Well, today is a very somber day in our city's history. It's been 15 years since bodies of 11 women and one unborn baby were discovered on Albuquerque's West Mesa. The search for whoever's responsible continues to this day. Since the initial discovery in 2009, APD says they've received 1,400 tips related to this case. Investigators have also performed 7 additional searches. Police say they're still investigating, and they're once again asking anyone with information on this case to contact Crime Stoppers.
In the barren desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico, lies a haunting secret. Hidden beneath the vast, empty expanse of West Mesa, the remains of 11 women were discovered in 2009, victims of an unsolved mystery that has gripped the city for over a decade. Who was the West Mesa Bone Collector, and why have these women never received justice? The discovery on February 2, 2009, shocked the Albuquerque community. A search for a missing woman, 22-year-old Victoria Chavez, led authorities to a chilling discovery: human remains scattered across the West Mesa desert. Over the next several months, the bodies of 10 more women were found, buried in shallow graves. The remains belonged to women, most of whom had been involved in the sex trade, and they had been left in the unforgiving desert, hidden from the world. The victims were not just bodies. They were real people with families, dreams, and lives that were tragically cut short. These women, most of whom were between 15 and 32 years old, had been reported missing over the course of several years, but their disappearances were often overlooked, dismissed as part of a dangerous lifestyle. Among them was Victoria Chavez, the first woman whose remains were discovered. Others included women like Jacqueline Vigil, a 29-year-old mother, and Michelle Valdez, who was just 22. For years, their families had waited for answers that never came. The discovery of the women's remains led to a massive investigation by local authorities, but the case quickly grew cold. Despite the efforts of the Albuquerque Police Department and the FBI, the identity of the killer, or killers, remains unknown. Theories about the killer's identity have ranged from a serial killer targeting vulnerable women to the possibility of organized crime involvement. The women were often involved in prostitution, making it harder for authorities to gain cooperation from the community. The lack of evidence and the desert's vastness made it even more difficult to pinpoint a suspect. Over the years, there have been several theories. Some speculate that the killer may have been someone familiar with the area, possibly a local resident who knew the desert landscape well. Others believe the killer may have had ties to the local sex trade, using it as a means to gain control over vulnerable victims. One of the most chilling aspects of the case is the possibility of multiple killers. Some experts suggest that there may have been a team of individuals involved, each with a different role in the gruesome killings and disposal of the bodies. As time went on, new forensic techniques, including DNA testing, offered a glimmer of hope in the case. In 2019, DNA analysis from the crime scene led to the identification of several potential matches from the victims' family members. But the breakthrough didn't bring a killer to justice. The DNA evidence remains a critical tool, but it hasn't been enough to connect the case to a definitive suspect. For the families of the victims, the search for answers continues. They are not just statistics. They are loved ones whose lives were stolen. Their families remain hopeful that one day the truth will come to light, and the person or people responsible for these murders will face justice. The West Mesa Bone Collector case remains one of New Mexico's most haunting unsolved mysteries. The women whose lives were taken in such a brutal and heartless manner deserve justice. As long as this case remains unsolved, their memory and the search for answers endures. If you have any information about this case, or if you think you can help, please contact the Albuquerque Police Department. The truth is out there, waiting to be uncovered. And for the victims, the families, and the community, justice is still a possibility. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the West Mesa Bone Collector case. If you found this video compelling, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more true crime mysteries. Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below. What do you think happened in the West Mesa Desert? We'll see you in the next video.